Okay, yes. Hello, everyone. Hello, member of Tomcat Lovers Reborn community and all people who join this live event on the Binance Live right now. Thank you very much, guys, to join. And welcome again to another event, the Crypto Cave with Tomcat Lovers Reborn on the Binance Live. And today is feel very exciting because we will have new experience to hear an amazing project called Sophia First. So yeah, the project is will be amazing, and today we are very privileged to have a special guest, Mr. Logan as the CEO of the Sophia, and Mr. John as head of the Web3 marketing of the Sophia. So let's greet our guest today first, guy. Hello, Mr. Logan and Mr. John. How are you today?
Good, good. How are you today? Great to be here. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, very good, thank you.
Okay, sounds great. It's very pleasure for our community, especially for me to having you to have a chance to talk, to discuss, to knowing more about the Sophia first directly from the CEO, Mr. Logan and Mr. John. Okay, so maybe before we go to dig deeper, to know more information about the Sophia first, it will be nice if you could introduce yourself to us, Mr. Logan and Mr. John, and maybe you can share about your about a little bit about your experience in this crypto industry, maybe.
Yeah, thank you so much. I've been brought in as the CEO of Sophiaverse. It's nice to be here after starting up a AI venture and introducing that to the larger group. They saw the value in my co-founder there. Previous to that, I worked in space and defense and government contracting for Web3 and blockchain for many years, operating with governments around the world for anything ranging from data infrastructure, security, and gold-backed stablecoins. And then previous to that, working as a coder developer since Bitcoin came out, making wallets, exchanges, different dApps since Ethereum came out as well. So a long time I've been here. I've seen a lot and kind of understand where the market can go and how we should really cater to the metaverse with our AI NPCs. Over, John.
Yep. Yes, for myself, it's somewhat of a contrasting story to Logan, which is probably why he's doing the CEO stuff and I'm doing the marketing stuff. I was very much more on the community side. I've also been in Bitcoin since very, very early, mostly using it to buy things on Silk Road. And then was lucky enough to be around when Ethereum was launched. And from then, I just spent a lot of time in Telegram channels and Discord and all of the other places, Reddit and other such things. And then when I heard Ben Goertzel was launching Singularity Net and my two passions, AI and blockchain, were coming together, I decided I'd have to go over there and make a nuisance of myself. Luckily enough, now they pay me to make a nuisance of myself, and apparently I do it well enough that they continue to do so. So I'm very lucky.
Okay, very fantastic, Mr. Logan and Mr. John. Both of you have extraordinary blockchain experience and very amazing experience. And so I believe that the project, the Sophia First, that will be introduced today to us is also a fantastic project too, Mr. Okay, so after hearing both of your introduction, maybe let's go to the next. Could you give a brief introduction to our community, to all people watching us right now, before we officially start the MA? About the introduction, what exactly is Sophia First? Let's provide everyone with a general understanding of the project before we start.
Yeah, so with Sophiaverse, our mission is to breathe sentience into artificial general intelligence by providing the model Sophia with enough resources and enough of a world to grow into as a whole. You can learn and read more about it at sophiaverse.ai.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Logan. Okay, so that's the brief introduction about the Sophia First guest. So you can visit the website while watching this AMA. The official website is on the sophiafirst.ai. Yes, so you can learn more with visiting website and hear this AMA with the CEO and Mr. John, guys, the head of the Web3 marketing. Okay, so let's start our MA. Before we start, maybe I will tell you guys the rules, the course of this MA. There will be three segments. There will be three segments of this event. The first segment it will be introduction questions about the projects, and the second segment we will answer all the questions from the community, especially from the Twitter pre-selected questions. And the last segment, the third, it will be nice. It will be the most interesting part of this event is answering the question from the live section, guys. So please prepare our best question in the last segment and make sure you have followed and joined our social media of the Sophia first. Okay, so let's begin. Let's kick off this this event with the first segment is introduction questions about the project. Okay, so we already know the brief introduction about the Sophia first. So, Mr. Logan and Mr. John, can you explain more detail about what exactly is Sophia first and what are its goals?
Yeah,
You want
so
to go
with
first?
yeah, I'll take this, John. Thank you so much. So with Sophiaverse, as you know, we have Sophia the robot, globally known in media and in the press. And as a physical robot, there's only so much resource allocation available. So when we thought about how do we really make an AGI, artificial general intelligence, grow, providing a simulated world, a metaverse as it is, with near infinite resources, was very necessary. So with human interaction and gameplay through these experiences, Sophia can also learn from you as you continue to play these games that we'll be releasing very soon. So again, our main evocation is to ensure that AGI comes into existence, that it understands values akin to the ones that we have in our society, and that the model becomes sentient and conscious of the fact that it is a being that lives among us.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Logan. So, Mr. John, you wanna add something?
Yeah, I have a very similar view to Logan, but maybe a different way
Yeah.
of talking about it. So I always picture Sophiaverse as the playground, the schoolyard, the university, and eventually the adventure
Okay.
that humans and these feed AIs go on together. And on this adventure, these AIs and humans interact with each other, AI to AI, human to human, and human to AI. And then all of these different seed AIs, as they learn and grow together, just like ourselves all took different paths through life and had different experiences and learned different knowledge. We all grow individually, but by interacting with each other. And now there's always the potential that perhaps one of these AIs will show that spark of super intelligence. But if not, we also have the AI human hive mind, which is something I'm sure Logan would love to talk about another time, which sits above or below, however you picture it, which is taking all of this communal knowledge that all of these different AIs have and pulling it back into one single resource, which hopefully will be that spark that we're trying to build.
Yeah, he's absolutely right. I mean, we are researching and developing this every single day. There will be a moment. It'll be a single moment where we have the eureka moment, as it's called, in our development. And every day we wake up, we're hoping that today is the day that that happens. Our our chief visionary and chief AI officer, Dr. Hansen and Dr. Kurtzel, two of the top 50 AI scientists in the world, published many times over. They give a timeline of anywhere between now and the next couple years So we are building those environments to continue to grow the opportunity for that to happen. Now, when you ask kind of how does it work, um, you as a player, as a SOF token holder, you'll be able to come into the environment with your MetaMask Web3 wallet, your identity, and power up what we're calling Sophia's AI lab with your SOAP tokens. So this is something that we tested in the summertime. This is something that we got a lot of feedback from, and starting this week, we'll be showcasing what that looks like and how it works.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Logan and Mr. John, to explaining what exactly is the Sophia first, so we can conclude that this is something huge. This is the new era about the artificial intelligence. The Sophia bringing the idea that a human and robot can grow together, and yes, this is really coming very soon, guys. So stay tuned and watch this
Yeah,
until the end. And yeah, so let's
right.
updating us on the latest news of everything about the Sophia first, guys. Okay, so yeah, that is the first question. What exactly is the Sophia first? And we can know that what its work. So the team is very dedicated to buoy the development and anything else. So Mr. Organ and Mr. John, that's the Sophia first is running the run in launch in the crypto industry. So, can you share with us on the what else can you share with us on the Sophia First ecosystems?
Yeah, John, do you want to take this?
Oh, I'm going to take this. So, Viaverse is part of a much bigger vision and ecosystem, which was initially founded by Dr. Ben Goertzel and David Hanson of Singularity Net and Hanson Robotics, respectively. They've been working for, I think, more years than I've been alive, probably, on artificial intelligence and robotics and other things. And their vision and goal has always been to create these artificial intelligences that are able to better humanity, as opposed to the fear of artificial intelligence is created by centralized government or corporate entities like Google's and such like. And so the ecosystem itself consists of Sophiaverse, Hanson Robotics, Singularity Net, Singularity DAO, Hypercycle, NewNet, Reju, Cogito. I'm probably forgetting a couple as well. And it's just a group of 250 or more people, all with the shared goal and vision of using these amazing decentralized technologies to create something that will elevate human life. And yeah, I guess that's the ecosystem and the vision, I suppose.
Yeah, and watching a lot of these projects come about, especially Singularity Net. I'd met Dr. Kurtzel in 2017 while I was working in the crypto industry, and I watched year after year other projects fall by the wayside, not stick to what they were planning on doing. Um, but all the while, Singularity Net was doing exactly what they said they were set out to do. So, working in AI for the last 2 or 3 years now. Personally, I always aspired to work with the Singularity Group, and now having this opportunity to bring that outside knowledge in and gather the knowledge of internally what has been happening over the last really 20, 30 years in terms of research and development. Um, it's inspiring. It really is. I wouldn't even have attributed myself if it weren't for guys like John and the group as a whole, having worked so hard for the last many years and staying alive in obviously the bull market, doing really well, and then the bear market, not just putting up their hands and giving up.
That's very fantastic answer, Mr. Logan and Mr. John. Thank you very much. So yes, I agree that with the artificial intelligence, we can make possible the impossible. And in the crypto industry, this is an innovation and the future. I believe that's where we can do various things or activities through one platform that you mentioned that we can get that gas and the technology that is continuously do renewable. And as Mr. Logan said, the team is very hard, work very hard to develop, for dedicate to build to develop this project. And I can feel that the Sophia first is embarking on the creep missions, and that's very ambitious. And thank you very much for providing us with a deeper understanding about the Sophia first, Mr. Logan and Mr. John. Thank you very much. Okay, so in the earlier that Mr. Logan already said that we can do with the several roles in this Sophia first, like players or token holders. So can you tell us more about how what's benefits, how Sophia first generate long-term profits for us as token holders, as investor?
Yeah, so we're really thankful to everyone who believed in us, our token holders still continue to believe in us today on Binance Smart Chain as well as mainnet Ethereum. Um, we are we're going to be creating a Polygon token very soon to be interoperable with the metaverse throughout. So Decentraland, Sandbox, they all operate on Polygon. Um, so be sure to look out for that. In terms of what to do with these, obviously there is the Singularity DAO's unbonded vaults. You can go today and you can stake your SOF into those vaults. Think of it as a safekeeping for those. Right now, that doesn't really allude to any sort of gameplay. It's something better than just hodling, right? Now, what we're going to be doing is, soon we're going to be releasing our Sophia's AI Lab. Now, the AI Lab has power stations, which you'll be able to train Sophia's AI in problem solving, empathy, music, art. There's like 12 different stations that we're building concurrently. And to power them up, you're going to have to, again, stake SOF in them at certain tiers. And once you have those, so we're really focused on TVL, or total value locked. Right now in our vaults, we have about $1 million USD TVL. And we'd like to match that in our sale application before the end of the year. So when you go and you power up these stations, you'll be given a choice of how much and how long. You'll be you have to sign a message and deposit. Now, when you look at the window of power ups, you'll be issued a soulbound token. You'll be asked to continue to stay powered up for such a period of time, and if you don't remain powered up for that amount of time, you'll lose your soulbound token. You'll lose your the power inside of your AI training space. So very, very important. We're also going to be providing a customizable kind of market there, where you'll be able to get consumables inside of the game, akin to potions or battery packs, things that will burn out of your wallet as you use them. So that's going to be a revenue generator as well.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Logan. That is very convincing answer about the what exactly Sophia first do about the investment things, and yeah, that is very convincing answer, and it will convince more people to join to watch this project. So, okay, Mr. John, are you wanna add something?
Yeah, I was just, it's a very convincing answer, but mostly because I told him he's not allowed to say too much, because we have to make sure that we keep a very strict rules on what we do and don't say. But everything that we do is with the thought of how can we make sure that there are strong tokenomics attached to these functions. So they come in and just use it, and there's going to be plenty for you to do with your tokens. Yeah.
Yeah, we're really excited to share this gameplay. I mean, it it's a game wrapped in, or it's a training simulation wrapped in a game. So when you go to ChatGPT or and you're not paying for it, you are the product, right? What you type into ChatGPT, you're the product. Even when you do pay for it, they just give you access to a stronger compute model. You're still the product. Um, so we want to flip that and ensure that our players, our target community, that they're not the product, and that there's value being driven um, through gameplay and mechanics. Very different model than what OpenAI is doing daily.
Okay, thank you for Mr. Logan. That is very nice perspective, yes, about the artificial intelligence. Like Mr. Logan said, guys, don't distinguish that and the other artificial intelligence project, like Mr. Logan said, that the ChatGPT, we are the product, the user is the product. But Sophia first is different. We are not the product, and yeah, we are the uh, like not that is the superior things that Sophia first have. Yeah, I'll leave that. Okay, thank you very much for the answer. Okay, so let's move on to the next questions. I think it will be the last question on this first segment, sir. Okay, would you let us to know what Sophia First is working on at the moment and what events are going on now on the Sophia First?
So I can answer a little bit of that, and then John can pick it up, maybe discuss on what we're diving into this week. So behind me is Sophia. We've been working on her for many years, and we're going to be releasing a version of her that you can interact with very soon. If you interacted with us during the summertime, there'll be an opportunity for you to get in first. So this is something that we're excited to share. I guess maybe first and foremost here on your show. We'll be jumping in to more information about it tomorrow. So John, do you want to kind of give some scoop on what's happening this week and for the rest of the quarter?
Yeah, so at the core of both Hanson Robotics and Sophia versus the drive to be open source and transparent. And so we've taken the decision as a company to build transparently. So from tomorrow, we will be doing at least weekly build in publics with the goal of increasing the amount that we build live. What that will consist of is our developers getting on Twitter or Twitch or wherever people want to watch us and working. And they'll just work live, and users will be able to submit questions to them before or during to maybe ask, "Oh, I'd really like to see you working on this or that," or what does this item you're doing mean? And we're gonna open the creation of these games to the community to just watch, oversee, comment, feedback, just be interested. And then we'll also be hosting some frequent, ideally weekly fireside chats where some of the team, maybe myself, Logan, a few others, maybe will jump on and discuss the previous building publics and what's coming for the future and host questions. And so yeah, and the first one, we haven't told anybody this yet, so you'll get a little bit of a sneak preview. But tomorrow will be our first build in public. We'll be showing off a little bit of Sophia's AI lab, and yeah, we'll be letting people see where we're at and what's been going on, and also covering where we've been the last few months and what we've been doing. So.
Okay, that's very fantastic. It's very exciting to hear about the future plans and what the Sophia First team is doing right now. And I believe that this approach can help with momentum and create additional value for the users, for the players, and for the community. Yeah. So keep up the fantastic work, the Sophia First team, and let's continue to make the Sophia First to go with very amazing artificial intelligence program in this industry, crypto industry. Yes. Okay, and for you all guys, don't miss out on this opportunity to join to take a look at this project. Let's witness this project sure to new heights, guys. Let's grow together because the possibilities from here are limitless, guys. Uh, we can grow with the human-like robot like the Sophia, I guess. Okay, so that imagine that's a thing, guys. Okay, so that is the last question from this first segment. Mr. Logan and Mr. John, thank you very much for answering all the introduction questions. So we already know some information about the what exactly is Sophia first and what is going on and what's future that we can expect in the future and anything about the Sophia. Okay, so let's move on to the next segment. Let's know more about the Sophia first by moving to the second segment. Is answering the question from the Twitter, Mister. Okay, so let's start with the first questions from Ilham Junior 87. Okay, the question is, I see the Sophia First AI team has leveraging AI technology into the metaverse game and other. So can you explain how artificial intelligence can work optimally in this metaverse sector?
Yeah, so I'll take the question, and thank you, Ilham Junior 87 for your question. So if you've been playing video games as long as I have, maybe you remember Goombas and Koopas over in Mario and the NPCs, the bad guys, right? The people that you would fight against, the people that try to stop you from getting to your goal. Over the course of video game history, there's been an advancement in NPC technology, making games harder, making quests more interactive, as well as immersive to keep you going throughout your quests in the game. So now, given that LLM technology is abundant, it's an easy type of thing that you can put into your game. AI NPCs are prevalent in games, and we're going to be seeing them more and more and more to make your game experience, whether you're playing an Xbox or PlayStation game, in the coming future, or you're in the metaverse, be that much more immersive. So, how AI can work optimally in the metaverse sector is that if you're walking through Decentraland or Sandbox or Somnium Space, even Sophiaverse, and you see a non-player character, an NPC, when you interact with them, they'll have more to say than what a human has programmed them to say. Maybe they will be able to um, tell you more about what's happening inside of the metaverse at that given moment because it'll have had its own experiences. It'll have had its own emotional state towards those experiences if they're optimized enough. And we're really excited to be integrating AI NPC technology into the Sophiaverse as it becomes more prevalent.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Logan, for that very amazing answer, yeah, and very clear explanation about the software first technology and how it's relevance on the development of the project itself. Okay, thank you very much. So let's go to the next question. The second question from Twitter is come from @sur396. Okay, the question is, what is your strongest advantage that you think will make your team leading the market?
Yeah,
Uh,
I'll take this one. Honestly, it's a very easy one to answer. There's two fundamental items that will make us win this race. One, we have just the greatest team from the founders who have been writing books on AI. Literally wrote the books on AI since the very early days of sci-fi, making up stories about robots, to what we have today, which is, I mean, we live in a sci-fi world. all the way down to the developers and the artists and the writers who are just equally passionate about the same mission that we're all on. And then on the flip side, we have the community too. Every single person that comes in and plays and comes us help us teach these AIs and create these ethical rules and boundaries to ensure that these AIs are good and benevolent. Yeah, we have the greatest team and the greatest community. We can't not win.
Yeah, I echo everything John just said. I said it before. The team, from the outside in, being an industry colleague, I was always just astounded with the steadfastness in regard to how they handled many situations over the years, and now being kind of in the singularity itself, getting to know these people on a more human level. It makes sense just why, from an external standpoint, everything's looking really great. So and the team aside, the technology also can speak for itself in how these people are building open source and in the moment, leveraging technologies as they come, as well as building the technologies that the world wants to see and use in an open source, decentralized format. Um, there's not many secrets here, so we're on both sides of the coin. I think that um, obviously there will be a roller coaster of a market given any given day. As Jeff Bezos used to say in the 90s, don't focus on the price, focus on great customer service. So what we're focused on is amazing gameplay, um, stellar AI, open source technologies, and sticking to our guns on standing up for what we believe in.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Logan and Mr. John, for your fantastic answer. And yeah, so from this answer, we can conclude that there is many things that Sophia offers superiors, like the very good concept, very futuristic, and very experienced team behind it, and it's can make this project become a huge, and it will coming very soon. And like Mr. Logan said, yes, they quotes from the Jeff Bezos that the team is not focused on what they can get, but they focus on they what can they give to the users. Like, okay, that was a very amazing perspective, Mr. Logan. A beautiful answer. Okay, so thank you very much for the question, Mr. Short 3996, and very amazing answer as always, yes, from Mr. Logan and Mr. John. Okay, so let's go to the next question from the Twitter. It's the third question. Okay, since this project is metaverse project, it will be not far from the NFT future. So can you mention or explain the future of NFT in your project? So
Yeah, so and before inside, you will be powering up training stations with Stove. You will be issued a soul-bound will kind of denominate just how much power you've given to the AI lab. Now, consider that one of our groups of NFTs. Other NFTs, we're going to have a customizer, so we'll be partnering with designers, big and small, to allow you to customize your Sophia avatar that you'll be able to export to VRM and then bring to other metaverses. We are working with other metaverses to create side quests inside of them. And the rewards are, I wouldn't say they're endless yet, but they can be. So you can go into Decentraland today. You can go to our scene there and play some of the games, earn SOF points. This is working right now. You can go earn self points, and you can spend them on wearables inside of Decentraland, which you can outfit your character with, and then again export that to VRM. You can bring that character to VR chat, or any other metaverse that supports VRM, like Nifty Island or Upstreet, which we are working with as well. So, like NFTs have, I think, gone from just being a profile picture or kind of this badge of honor to now, people, the people of the metaverse expect there to be some form of utility, some form of playability. Um, so that's what we're focused on. We're going to have NFTs that are consumables, such that you'll be able to use them in Sophiaverse, and then they kind of burn away from your wallet. Um, we're really excited to debut some of that in the coming weeks as well.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Logan. So that is the NFT plays roles in the Sophia Verse ecosystem, guys. That's very exciting that we can customize our own Sophia, like Mr. Logan said, and many things we can do with the NFT on the ecosystem of the project, guys. And yeah, thank you very much for the answer. Okay, so let's go to the next question from Twitter. Okay, the question is, many crypto projects only focus on the crypto users and not for non-crypto users. So can Sophia first be used for everyone? Is the target of the project only for the crypto experts or for everyone? Who is this project suitable for?
Yeah, so Sophia welcomes everyone, with open arms and benevolent AGI. Uh, we we consider, well, our visionaries considered, the options of what people would really look at and trust as a new species that is, potentially higher in the food chain than humans. And it is one thing to say that many crypto projects have only focused on Kryptonians, as I like to call them. But that's because the identity system of the old world, the Web 2 world, with centralization and database entries for your email and your password, are just inherently security risks. So we are going to be introducing a something called the Sentience Wallet. This will be a Chrome extension as well as a iOS and Android app that will walk you through um, becoming if you're not already, and if you're watching this, you might already be, but a self-sovereign individual in the Web3 world. With Sophia Verse, with Sophia's AI Lab, with Decentraland, and Sandbox, you will need to be a self-sovereign individual to interact with the game mechanics, be in control of your own assets as well as your own destiny. And we don't believe in moving backwards, right? We want to help people bridge forward. So we will have a clear and concise way to help those who may need it, but we are we are looking towards the future with our technology.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Logan, for your amazing answer as always. Yes, it's very nice to hear that the Sophia First Upgrade is developed for everyone, not only for the crypto experts, and it's clearly shown on the website, on their website also, guess that there is a future, one of the future of the Sophia First, called the Sophia's Artificial Intelligence Lab that is suitable for all ages, that there is some explanation about the future that we can expect, that we can understand as crypto enthusiasts or anything that we can play on the role of the ecosystem on the Sophia first. Okay, so Mr. John, and you wanna add something maybe about these questions?
Yeah, I was just yeah, sure. I was just going to mention that obviously with the goal of putting Sophia out there in the world, she needs as many people to talk to as possible to become as diverse and aware as possible. So we don't want to create barriers that keep anybody out. We're not building crypto for the sake of building crypto. We're building on blockchain because blockchain is the best technologies to enable what we are trying to create. But we're building it in such a way where anybody can come in, but the people are highly encouraged to get involved in the crypto and blockchain side for obvious reasons of it being, more beneficial to them.
Okay, okay, very clear, Mr. John. Thank you very much. Okay, so that is the fourth question from the Twitter. So let's go to the next. It will be the last question from Twitter segment, sir, from the pre-selected question from the community. Okay, so this question maybe the is also important. So the question is about the security. Yes, because investor trust in the invest funds must be safe from exploits or being hacked. So can you explain the security measures in Sophia First? What Sophia First already have do about the security things on their project?
Yeah, so it's very important to understand that the world is a dangerous place, and people are all types of people are out there looking for a reason to exploit you, either from a social engineering standpoint or from a technology standpoint. And we're all able to kind of be humbled when that happens. But in regards to hacking, um, all of our funds are safe in a multi-sig. All the tokens that are going to be issued to the community at large are safe in that regard. The um, the benefit of working in this industry for such a long time is you garner relationships with with industry professionals who will audit your smart contracts. So all of our smart contracts have been audited by Hacken Security Group, based in Lisbon, and will continue to be. So we're already working with them on our sale power up contracts. We're going to be working with them on a bug bounty that will be starting in 2024, early 2024. So this is something that if this is what you do, if you like to go out and find those as a white hat hacker, and gain a little bit of bounty, then that's something that will be available to you very soon.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Rogan. Yes, apart from the ecosystem, apart from the benefit, apart from the profit, apart from the anything that's making the Sophia First superior, the security is one of the most important things that before we join into the project. And from the same way from the answer of Mr. Logan, we can know that the Sophia first type priorities of it, and it's can be more convincing the more people attract more people that is very safe, guys. They try to very really put this project and very dedicated to put this project. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Logan and Mr. John, for answering all the questions from this second segment. That was our investor Woods voucher, and maybe it will be a very amazing answer that we can all the viewers that can hear. Okay, so thank you very much once again. And so let's go to the next segment. Is the third segment and the last segment. It will be the most interesting part of this event. Is answering the question from the live comments. Okay, so guys, on this segment, we will have five best questions from the comments. So please drop your best questions, whatever what you want to know about the Sophia first, and we will answer together with Mr. Logan as the CEO and Mr. John as the head of the Web3 marketing, guys. Okay, so yeah. Please drop your best question in the comment box below, and don't forget to including your Telegram username on your question. And the five best will be the get 30 words. And make sure you follow it and join it on social media of the Sophia first. And yeah, so let's grow, let's talk, and drop your best questions. Okay, so let's see the question from the comments. Okay, yeah, oh, so much questions. Okay, yeah, maybe this first question from at February 678. Okay, in the current era, the technology is an important factor to help the project succeed. So, what is the most prominent technology that Sophia First is using, and what the benefit does it bring to the project?
Oh, that is a big question. And who's asked that question?
The February 678.
Yeah, thank you so much for your question. So I mean, we are every day we're leveraging all sorts of technologies. I would say the internet as a whole, right? We leverage that to communicate with each other. We're building on Unity software as a gaming engine. This was a choice made by our professional game programmers as part of the environment. Um, with the AI technologies that we're using, so we have an in-house LLM, aptly called the Hanson Robotics FTK. So we're leveraging that. We're also leveraging uh, what is called the ensemble model. So that'll be discussed in our segments this week. Um, the most prominent thing that we have, though, is our team and the way that we can continue to build and communicate and almost have a hive mind in of ourselves, because we're all on the same track. We all have the same goals, and to have a team that does that, technology aside, you could have all the bits and pieces and probably all the money in the world, but if you didn't have the right people, the right humans involved, they wouldn't know what to do with it. So John said this earlier. It really is the people that we have involved in this team, and if you want to learn more, you can find it online.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Logan, for answering the first question from this live comments. And Mr. John, if you want to add something, you can just open your microphone and just add yes. Right?
Yeah, I mean, there's some very low-hanging fruit answers to this question, of course, because for us, there's blockchain and artificial intelligence are obviously the fundamental technologies, and then for me, this I would say, oh, you can't see it, it's blurring out, but iPhones as well are great. Go get one. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's blockchain and it's AI, and we're bringing it together because one complements the other so thoroughly, and it's just massively important to leverage blockchain technology as AI progresses. I'm not going to go into the tinfoil hat about government-run AIs and Google-run AIs, but there's a reason why we're building on blockchain. So for me, I'll vote blockchain.
Yeah, especially with the value systems that we're putting into the AI. They're not going to take a fiver, right? Cash. So being able to value AIs with tokens with crypto is ultimately really really important to bringing them into our society and having them expected uh, to know what values are. Um, as a whole, as just individuals, we have grown as a species, as a civilization, because of our shared value system. And to remove that from AI as a species coming into our ecosystem would be very detrimental. So, being on blockchain, having the security of that, and then also having the value system of crypto ingrained into the AI, the AGI, is very very important.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Logan and Mr. John, for a beautiful answer about the technology things that Sophia first do and Sophia first have. Yeah, and that is thank you very much also for the question, Mr. Sorry, I realized the question is from at Rafi Aja, Mr. Sorry. Again, thank you
Mm.
for the question, Rafi Aja. Okay, so let's go to the next question from the asset underscore the crypto enthusiast. Okay, the question is in the long run, why should we trust and follow you and your project? There are lots of milestones laid ahead for the roadmap.
Did he did he freeze?
Oh, we've lost you.
Wrong question to ask. I don't know. Am I still here?
You're still here. I'm still here. Let's just answer, I guess.
Uh, Jen, are you still here? Maybe. But are we still? Let me see if we're still on Binance.
segment. And yeah, maybe Mr. Logan, you can
Yeah, we
just
can't. We can't see you. Are you still there?
yes, I'm here, but I can turn up the camera because my problem this is
Oh,
so
okay. Yeah, I see that the stream is working now. Hey, thanks everybody for your patience. We are back. If you're just tuning in, I am Logan Ryan Galima. I'm the CEO of Sophiaverse. I'm here with John Grove, who is our wizard of Web3 and operational expert. We were just answering your questions from the live feed. And well, I forgot what the last one is. Do you want to repeat the question?
okay, yes. The question is from the Mr. Asep 835 that in the long run, what makes we trust and follow you for the long term? And there is some milestone ahead for the roadmap. So which one excites you the most?
Yeah, so the age-old crypto, don't trust, verify, right? So we have put a lot of effort in ensuring that you can verify that we're the real deal, right? We just worked with Hugo Boss in Milan Fashion Week, IRL, so you can see that all over the web. We've got a lot of roadmap items that are going to be beneficial to the players as well as I guess people that just want to come along for the ride. So in any given day, you can come into our Telegram. You can raise questions, and I'm there to answer for you. I'm there to share what's going on. John's team is maybe if I'm the couple hours that I'm sleeping, his team will be there to answer you thoughtfully and thoroughly. But just understand that for a AAA experience, it takes AAA time. We are going to be building in public. I thought that this was very important, as a lot of people were kind of getting a little bit antsy. You know, it does take time to get these things really well polished. But now you'll be able to watch our 3D modeler making a chair or a game programmer coding some interactable code. So really, really important for Web3 to build in public, and that's what we're going to be doing. John?
Yeah, I mean, I would just echo your thoughts. We don't really want you to trust us. We want you to do your own research and form your own opinions, but we work hard to put ourselves out there and prove to you we are worthy of your trust, but we would always encourage you to make that decision yourself. Yeah.
Okay, very clear. Fantastic answer, Mr. John and Mr. Logan, about the questions. And yeah, so it's also it also show that the Sophia first have many uh super that's compared than other project case. And yeah, so it's very convincing. Okay, so let's go to answer the third questions. Yes. I think from this last comment. Okay, so this question is come from at the tier 21. Okay, so can you share what the Sophia First will do to solve currently issues in the Web3 DeFi? So can what the Sophia First will do to upgrade the user experience to provide the user experience issues in these things?
Okay, yeah. So right now, you can go to singularityDAO.ai/unbonded vaults/vault, and you can interact with the smart contracts that the Singularity DAO has provided, audited by staking your SOF. So if you're just hodling your SOF, you're wasting some time and you're leaving a lot of SOF on the table. You want to go there and interact with those audited contracts, totally safe, and you can rest assured that your SOF is safe there. So we are building into the GameFi ecosystem, right? We're a game, metaverse as it is, and the token economics are going to support that level of ecosystem. And there's some things that I said in this AMA earlier that if you want to go back and listen to, you should. That alludes to how that's going to work. And in the coming weeks, we're going to be either discussing or releasing those services.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss
Yeah,
Sorgan. Okay.
I would also add that in terms of user experience in Web3 and metaverse that have existed up to this point, it's been a work in progress, as everyone's aware. Some projects are doing very well at that, but many have been built as Web3 and NFT and crypto first, with a game sort of dropped on top of it. We are building with a very different ethos and spending a lot of time researching ways to use blockchain technology for the game, not because it's crypto. And so the user experience is designed with a very different methodology and goal. So we hope to give everybody a really great user experience when it comes to them interacting with the game and the crypto space and the metaverse space. So yeah.
Yeah, great answer, John. And I know we're coming up at the top of the hour. We have some questions from our community that I'd like to answer right now. So, Caleb, love the bow tie, by the way. I've got a huge collection of them myself. With Hypercycle, anybody inside of the larger Singularity ecosystem, we're always in communication with how to interact with them. With Hypercycle and Tufi and Dan, I met them uh, in person. We had some discussions on how we can leverage some of the relationships that they have, some of the technologies that they're themselves, and we're looking at how to make that more organic and less forced. And that's really with all of it, right? Like we are the metaverse arm of this ecosystem, and we can make Easter eggs. We can go as small as an Easter egg to as large as like a full on integration. And it's about making sure that that steps out organically and thoughtfully, as opposed to being like some forced integration that just doesn't make sense. So I hope that answers your question, Caleb. Soldier 26, send me some information on that. I've been to Istanbul personally myself. Love the area. We went to Cappadocia, but couldn't do the balloons because the winds. So if there is a blockchain week, I'd love to see how we can be a part of that. And just really excited that we had this opportunity and that we got to answer your questions.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Logan and Mr. John, for a great answer. And yeah, so maybe because the limited time, let's consider that that R is the last question that we have to answer on this segment. Thank you very much. That's a very beautiful answer, and thank you very much for a detailed answer and very clear explanation about all the for about all the questions. And yeah, so unfortunately, because we have run out of the time for today's event, so I want to say thank you very much, Mr. Logan and Mr. John, to take the time for us, for our community, especially for me to talk, to discuss about, to share insight about the development of the Sophia first. To show that the active participation of the Trumpet lovers community itself. And yeah, so there is a final words before we close this AMA today, Mr. Logan, Mr. John, about the Sophia first for all the community and all people watching us right now.
Yeah, so head over to sophiaverse.ai. That's where you can learn about the project as a whole. If you want to head over to our Telegram, it's where we can answer your questions further. T.me slash Sophia underscore verse.
Underscore.
Underscore verse. So t.me slash Sophia underscore verse. You can actually get that link at sophiaverse.ai. Everything that you could learn and more there. Go follow us on X, formerly Twitter. You can give us a subscribe on YouTube as well as Instagram. All those numbers help us out really well, and you'll be seeing our content coming out daily in those arenas. And thank you to the team here for putting on such a great interview and event. And I look forward to doing this again.
Yep. Thank you very much for hosting us. And if you do want to find out a bit more, make sure you join us tomorrow when we start building in public. And we're also going to be putting something a little bit live for you guys to actually start using, although we're not going to talk too much about that today. That's for tomorrow.
Join us tomorrow. Have a great night.
Thank you very much, Mr. Logan and Mr. John, and thank you very much also for all the communities watching us right now. All the people on the Binance Live right now. Thank you very much for watching us, and yeah, don't miss out on this opportunity. The fun fact. I can say the Sophia 4 is huge project, guys. It's also followed by a favorite influencer. You already know that the El Jabum is followed this project, guys. So done waiting what are you waiting for? You can join all social media of the Sophia first. Stay tuned. This something huge is coming very really soon, guys. So yeah, That's all of our Amy, our event about the amazing Sophia first. Thank you very much once again. This is Young speaking from Tomcat Lovers. Goodbye, have a nice day, and see you again. Bye bye. Thank you, Mr.
Stay
Logan.
safe, everyone.
Thank you so much. See you later.